Since their debut album Mwanzo on 1st November 2008, Sauti Sol became a considerable success, which probably shocked no one. With hits like Sura Yako, Lazizi, Coming Home, just to name a few, the group is arguably the greatest Kenya musical band of all time. Their record label Soul Generation is just one of their many successes in the Kenyan musical scene. The label has a roster of talented artists like Bensoul, Nviiri The Storyteller, Kaskazini and Crystal Asige. But wait a minute, Crystal Asige is no longer with the label. So what happened to her and where is she now? This is the story of Crystal Asige and the sad truth about the fallout between her and Sauti Sol. If this is your first time visiting our channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of our videos. I'll catch you after the intro. We can't possibly discuss every single incident that happened between Sauti Sol and Crystal Asige, but still, we will dig deeper to pull back some layers to expose the truth about the departure of Crystal Asige from Soul Generation. But before that, let's start at the beginning. Crystal Asige, an artist, a songwriter and an ambassador of VIPs, which simply translates to
visually impaired person.
Before entertaining us with her mesmerizing voice, the songbird grew up in Mombasa with her mom, dad and 3 other siblings. Crystal Asige told KTN that she used to get away with so many things just because she was the youngest. Growing up, the musician fell in love with music, poetry and drama. According to her mom, Crystal Asige started singing at the age of 3. This was her way of telling her mom about some of the bullies who had bullied her at school, so she could sing their names to her. She would spend her time listening to Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson. Crystal was attracted to how glamorous their lives were and knew that she wanted to have the same lifestyle from that time. At the age of 15, the songstress realized that something was not right with her eyesight. She was unable to read the blackboard from her seat. She could read the script on stage during drama. Since she was just a teenager, Crystal Asige didn't pay much attention to it and thought maybe that was just another eye problem that could be rectified with a pair of glasses. Plus, both her parents were wearing glasses, so she thought perhaps it had to do with genes. She got the glasses, helped for a while. Fast forward to university in Bristol, United Kingdom, the problem persisted, so she had to go to an eye hospital for a checkup. There, she was told she had glaucoma. Glaucoma is a group of eye conditions that damage the optic nerves, the health of which is vital for good vision. This damage is often caused by an abnormally high pressure in your eye. Glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness for people over the age of 60. The doctors added that glaucoma had no cure, and it was more aggressive to black people because of the color of their eyes. This news affected her mentally, lowered her self-esteem, and eventually fell into a massive depression. The singer started abusing drugs and hanging out with bad friends to distract herself from the sad reality, which she's not proud of today. In one of her interviews, Crystal Asige said that she used to cry a lot and asked God why it had to be her. Then one day, she heard a voice while sleeping that said, "Be still." Crystal Asige believed that that was God's voice telling her to be still and know that He is God. From that moment, she learned how to embrace and live with glaucoma. Crystal Asige came back to Kenya in 2016, and while in Kenya, she faced a bit of discrimination due to her situation. Despite her impressive resume, having worked for big companies like the BBC in the UK, most employers would turn her down primarily because she was blind. She looked for jobs in TV stations, radio stations and theaters, talked to music artists, radio presenters and producers, but they would only acknowledge her voice and switch off their phones after that.
My fellow countrymen didn't believe in me. Foreigners believed in me more.
I mean, how would you ignore this voice?
If you'd like to listen to this song or other songs, please download the View Sasa app on Google or Apple stores.
Crystal Asige started singing professionally in 2009. She dropped her EP in 2014. In 2016, the song Stress topped in one of UK's best chart shows. Crystal Asige met Sauti Sol for the first time in 2009. At this time, the band was still trying to make a name for themselves, hence wasn't able to support any artist, but they acknowledged her voice. Years passed by, and in 2019, Sauti Sol was looking for a songwriter to be part of their record label Soul Generation. A mutual friend of Crystal Asige and Bien Baraza connected them, and as they say, the rest was history. The song Bad After That featured in some of Soul Generation's greatest hits like Extravaganza and Ukiwa Mbali. But when Soul Generation dropped Ukiwa Mbali on 21st December 2019, most Soul Generation fans were left wondering why the title was Soul Generation featuring Sauti Sol and Crystal Asige. For the longest time, both Sauti Sol and Crystal Asige avoided answering that question. But on 14th May 2020, Crystal Asige told Chasport that Sauti Sol didn't want to continue working with her and told her to leave the group.
So I talked about it on the live. I addressed it. It's not a very long story. They just, back in November, they told me that they wanted me to leave. They don't want me to be in the group anymore. And so I left. That's literally the beginning and the end of the story.
Before that, Bien Baraza told Kiss 100 that they were no longer working with the song Stress.
We actually are not working with Crystal anymore as a label. We just came into so many complications, man. But the split was amicable, and we are glad with what we did with her for a year. I think people know Crystal now through Soul Generation. Those who didn't, I think we put her on a platform where she can grow.
I know it's all about business, but first of all, Crystal Asige is a bona fide star. Secondly, why would you sign a blind girl just to terminate her contract prematurely a few months later? For us, this doesn't seem right. Crystal Asige has been active on a YouTube channel that goes by the name Crystal Asige. She uploads excellent content about her life and music. We wish Crystal Asige nothing but the best. Please show her some love by visiting our YouTube channel and watch some of our content through the link in the description box below. Thanks for watching Fast Gossip 254.